Across the infield will be Beltre, Wilson, Lopez, and Branyan. Rob Johnson will get the day off, so Kenji is behind the plate today.
So there he is, our man from Sydney, Australia, Ryan Rowland-Smith, getting his start against the Rays, 1-0 with a save and a 3.38 ERA. Youngster yelling play ball. That's exactly what we're preparing to do. As Jason Bartlett, the shortstop for the Tampa Bay Ball Club, will step in and lead it off. He is 0 for 5 against Ryan Rowland-Smith in his career. The only difference, I guess, mainly in the lineup this afternoon is the fact that Russell Branyan has been dropped from his customary number 2 hole all the way down to number 6 here this afternoon. We are underway. And the delivery a little bit high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 69 degrees at game time. And that's a strike, so the count of the ball and a strike. The veteran Bob Davidson, man calling balls and strikes tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. 1-2. The wind not a factor. It is calm out here today, and it's good to see the sun. Perfect day for a baseball game. The White Sox coming in tomorrow night. Tampa Bay on the way down to Anaheim. 1-2 pitch. The change, he turned over and missed outside. 10 walks last night, and 6 of them came around to score. And Ian Snell really struggled in his home debut, walking 4 men in the first inning. And a fly ball to right field, and Ichiro should get back there and back onto the warning track. Ball hit fairly well and make the catch. So with 1 down, Carl Crawford, the man, the one man on this ball club you don't want to give a free ticket to. Make him earn himself a board.
52 stolen bases for Crawford this year. He's already scored 71 runs for the Rays.
.88-mile-an-hour change right in on his hands. And it hit him. So Carl on his way to first base. You can see what he was trying to do. The first pitch was right in on his hands, and he wanted the next pitch exactly the same spot, if not a little bit further in, but it was too far in.
Well, he likes to pitch inside to the left-handers, open up the outer part of the plate for his breaking ball, but that one gets away from him.
Evan Longoria's home run last night against Chris Jakubowskis. Jakubowskis got a fastball up to him. Longoria's got 24 of them. Here's last night. Well out of here. Just off the inside corner. The pitch count got to Ian Snell last night. And a fly ball to right field, and Ichiro going back and is going to play this ball off the fence. So Crawford will go in to third base as Longoria has a double just to the right of the 385 sign out there off the fence.
Looked like it was a fastball down in the zone. Longoria goes down and gets it. Hits it right on the barrel, and Ichiro can't get back quick enough. It's a line drive over his head. It's at the bottom of the fence for an easy double.
And Ben Zobrist will step up to the plate. Zobrist playing second base this afternoon. He was in right field last night. The infield is back. They'll give up a run. Going out. Breaking ball down low. It's a familiar pattern for Mr. Rowland-Smith. Ball 1. That's not good.
No. These guys like to hit the fastball, especially if they're hitting the count like most people, but they can hit it with some damage.
And another curve this time. Comes in and over.
We talk about it a lot, Dave, but starting pitchers typically have a tough time through the first or second inning if they're going to struggle. And the Rays have really taken advantage of that in the first two games, even though they're 1-1 in the series. They jumped on the pitchers early in the game.
Two and one. Misses with that one outside. 3-1. This is the beginning of a tough homestand. This is the end of Tampa Bay, but tomorrow is the beginning of the White Sox, and after that, the 4-game series against New York. And very high, and the bases are loaded. So last night the bases were loaded in the first, and 2 came in to score. And Pat Burrell, and with some awesome power, will step up to the plate. "15 pitches already." Ryan Roland Smith with only one man down. Burrell, a line drive right to second base, and an easy, unassisted double play. So 4 unassisted to DP. Maybe that ball was a bullet. But Mr. Roland Smith gets away by giving up no runs. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Safeco Field as we go into the bottom of the first. A big double play, a line drive off the bat of Pat Burrell, and Ryan Roland Smith escapes perhaps a devastating inning and puts up a 0. Let's look at the Mariners lineup.
A couple of changes in the lineup today. Ichiro is going to lead things off, and then Franklin Gutierrez moves up. He'll hit second. Lopez, Sweeney to DH, will hit fourth. Beltre, Branyan, Wilson, Jojima, Michael Saunders with 3 hits in the game last night. He will hit ninth. Take a look at the year for Kazmir. He has struggled. High ERA for him. You can see the 42 walks for him. Just 87 innings pitched. And the defense behind Crawford, Upton, and Kapler in the outfield. Across the infield, Longoria, Bartlett, Zobrist, and Ibar will get the start over at first. And Navarro will be behind the plate today.
Well, the numbers say that this man throws a lot of pitches. He's going to throw a lot of pitches. Let him. He averages almost 18.5 pitches an inning. That's the most in the American League. As Ichiro steps in. And the fastball is a strike, 0-1 the count. Kazmir's name was mentioned frequently in trade talks at the end of July as the trade deadline came and went. That pitch is hit deep in the left center field over the head of B.J. Upton. So Ichiro will coast into second base. And will to wait for another time, and hopefully a long, long time before we can even think about him missing 2 games in a row without a hit. 143 games ago, August 13th to 15th last year, he missed 2 games in a row without a hit, and he didn't have a hit last night. You can put that baby away. Franklin Gutierrez had a fine night last night. A line drive home run into the bullpen. His career high 13th home run of the year. And a move to second base, and the shortstop Bartlett moving in behind Ichiro.
You know that Franklin Gutierrez is really good at bunting, and he's done a nice job to sacrifice bunts this year. But I think at this point in the game, early, see if he can hit the ball to the right side and move Ichiro up.
Down low. 2-0. And that's a strike at the knees. 2-1. Jared Washburn got the start for the Tigers today, but was not involved in the final decision. Although the Tigers came from behind and beat Minnesota 8-7. Washburn won 6 innings, gave up 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Striking out 1 and walking 3, but he was taken off the hook, and the Tigers came back and won it. Mile-an-hour fastball, 2-2. And that cutter a little bit low and inside. The count. Full 3-2. Red Sox and the Yankees tonight. Yankees going for the sweep of that 4-game series. Red Sox haven't scored in 24 innings. Breaking ball and a ground ball hit right to third. Longoria looks at runner from his row. Second and throws out Franklin Gutierrez. It's 1 away. Turned out to be a lovely day after kind of a misty morning and driving in. Even had to turn the windshield wipers on.
They pulled the roof back at around 9 o'clock or so this morning.
Strike. Lopez leading the club in RBIs with 65. Looking for 66 out there in scoring position. Speaking of RBIs, Albert Pujols already with 100 for the Cardinals. 9th straight year. All 9 years he's been in the show, he's had 100 RBIs. That's a record set by Al Simmons of the Philadelphia A's. He's an unbelievable RBI machine.
He really is. Probably the most dangerous hitter in the game today when you think about it. He's scary. He hits all the pitches. You can't pitch him one way. You can't pound him inside or try to get him out away. Hits the ball all over the ballpark. And
a ground ball down the third base line. It is a foul ball. So called by Tim Sheeta. Very close.
Take another look at it. Hard to tell if it's fair or foul. Nice try by Longoria, and that's what he has to do. He can't wait for the umpire to make the call, try to make the play, and worry about that after the fact.
Couldn't tell where that ball went over the bag or not. Back into the stands. There's the RBI race in the National League. Who holds with an even 100? In the major leagues, I should say. And Longoria, top 4. And a little looper into shallow center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Ichiro's around third. The ball dropped down in center field by Upton. I think he was wanting to pick it up and fire in a hurry. He took his eyes off the ball, dropped it, and then he had no chance at all to get Ichiro. Quite frankly, I don't think he's going to get him anyway.
Well, I think you're right. This jams Lopez. You can see him pull his hands in close to his body, fighting to get the barrel to this. Dumps it into center field. Good read by Ichiro. He takes off right away, but Upton has a really strong arm. But I think you're right, Dave. I don't think he'd had a chance to get Ichiro at the plate.
So Lopez does pick up his 66th. The run batted in. Here comes the veteran Mike Sweeney. Down low. Tomorrow against the White Sox, the Mariners newcomer, left-hander Luke French, will make his Safeco Field debut against Gavin Floyd of Chicago. Sweeney takes 2 high, 2-0. White Sox getting played today 2 games back of the Tigers in the American League Central. Good pitch. 2-1. Nice popcorn on a day like this.
So you want some popcorn?
And a fly ball hit to right field. And Gabe Kapler, the easy catch out there. So 2 down. And Adrian Beltre, a mini 4-game hitting streak going for himself, stepping up to the plate. Scott Kazmir has been mighty tough on Beltre. He's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 9 against Kazmir.
And you were talking about Kazmir averaging over 18 pitches per inning. This next pitch will be his 18th.
Change up, too high. I think that's a perfect example of what we were talking about yesterday on change-up pitches. He really slowed down his arm motion on that. That was not very deceptive at all.
No, he's definitely showing his changeup. So he has a good fastball today. That one is best fastball so far, 93 miles an hour. Looked like Adrian hit Navarro on his follow-through.
Texas has taken a 2-0 lead over the Angels in the 4th at Anaheim. And that's the rubber game of that 3-game series. Tampa Bay heading down to Anaheim to open up a series tomorrow against the Halos. Fastball again.
Kazmir starting to get loose. His first few fastballs were 87, 88 miles an hour. Now he's up to 92, 93.
Still ball, 2 strikes. White Sox are at home. And they are trailing Cleveland 7-4 in the 8th inning. Breaking ball too far inside. And that's out of play down the right field line. Kazmir in his last couple of outings has been quite effective against Kansas City. He beat them, and against the Yankees he beat them. But both times throwing a lot of pitches. Six innings against Kansas City. 105 pitches. And a pitch swung on, ground ball off the glove of the third baseman Longoria, and he'll go retrieve it. That means Lopez has to stay at second base. Now Russell Branyan, who's been moved down to the number 6 hole, a chance to do some damage.
Adrian Beltre gets a breaking ball. He was out in front of it, but stayed with it. It's hard down at the third baseman Longoria, so he's had to get dirty a couple of times over at third base today.
So Beltre now with a 5-game hitting streak. Down low. They're going to call a strike. The third base umpire, Tim Cheetah. How about Jim Riggleman's Washington Nationals? They've won 7 in a row, and they're leading Arizona 9-2 this afternoon in D.C.
Good for him, trying to get things turned around in Washington. They've really struggled this year.
Breaking ball, broken bat, fouled away. And 2 strikes on Russell.
And the Rays have the shift on. Zobrist, the second baseman, out in right field. We've seen that throughout the series so far. Longoria has typically gone over from third to play short, but he can't do that now with a runner at second, so he has to play it pretty straight over at third.
Breaking ball, making a fastball high. 27 pitches. You're in the first inning.
Well, we're talking about over 18 an inning and leads the league in pitches per inning, so it's really not much of a surprise. Longoria struggling here with his pitch count.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner, so it's finally over after 28 pitches, and the Mariners leave 2 out there, but they do score 1, and after 1 they have the 1-0 lead.
and dining destination.
Well, the versatile Willie Ibar leads it off and sends a little soft line drive into left center field on the first pitch from Ryan Rowland-Smith. And he's aboard to start off the second inning. Gabe Kapler, the right fielder, will be the hitter.
You watch ball games, sometimes you wonder how the course of the game can change here and there. And Ryan Rowland-Smith was in trouble in the first, and that line drive at the second baseman Lopez to get the double play ball. Hopefully he can settle down and take advantage of that, because he really caught a break on that. Nice positioning by the coaches to have Lopez playing up the middle.
Pop up this time down the left field line and shallow and just in foul territory. Mr. Wilson makes a catch. And DNR Navarro will be the hitter. Thursday, you can catch the Mariners and the Bronx Bombers in action. When they open a big 4-game series, that's also Mariner Moose T-shirt night for all kids 14 and under, thanks to Bing. And tickets are going fast. To reserve your seat, go to mariners.com. Navarro, the strike to him, a switch hitter. 86 right-handed, only 188 left-handed. Went around. Fly ball hit to left field and deep. Back on the ball is the youngster, and Mr. Saunders will watch it fly into the bullpen out there. So Navarro, his 7th home run. And just like that, a 2-1 lead for Tampa Bay on an 0-2 pitch.
We'll take a look and see where Kenji's set up, because this is a mistake. 0-2 pitch up and in the middle of the plate. It's out of the ballpark. Looked like Kenji was set up in off the plate, and Ryan Rowland-Smith just wasn't able to get it there. Navarro makes him pay for it.
And that ball fairly well tagged too, but it's still on the grass out there. And B.J. Upton is the second out. Bartlett sent Ichiro back to the warning track. Two and one. Turned that one over a little bit, and he misses low and away.
Just hasn't quite got the feel for his changeup yet.
And another walk. He's already walked 3. And here's the first man he walked in the first inning. Carl Crawford stepping up to the plate. Show you how deadly walks are. The Mariners give up 10 walks last night, and 6 of them came around to score.
Ryan actually hit Crawford in the first inning, hit him in the arm.
That's
Still a free pass. Ever since he hit him, I haven't seen him pitch inside quite as much. One of the things I really like about Ryan Rowland-Smith is he's not afraid to pitch inside. He'll do it a lot. And after he hit Crawford, the second hitter of the game, I haven't seen too many fastballs inside.
Enjoyed my limeade in Kansas City.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that? Breaking ball and a couple of foul at the first base line.
I've never had a limeade, but you seem to enjoy it.
It was great. I was talking about it. Obviously, somebody was listening in the truck.
Next thing you know.
And did he go? I think he did. Yeah, he went around. So Crawford is down on strikes. However, a 2-run home run off the bat of Navarro. And right now, Tampa Bay has a 2-1 lead. By Sterling Savings Bank. Now, more than ever, good to have you with us. Rally Cry requests all over the place, as usual. And this is Jack Wilson leading it off here. Little Bill Shakespeare out there. Bestow upon us thine fries of rally. I like that.
I do too. Like they're way up there somewhere.
And foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There you go. You guys are there having a tough time getting into the peanuts.
2-1 on Wilson, to be followed by Jojima and then Saunders. And he didn't go. So the pitcher's inside, and it's 3-1. Kazmir can give up the long ball, too. He's given up a dozen of them. And too high, so a leadoff ticket to first base will walk for Jack Wilson. And Jojima will be the hitter. You can create your own Mariners collectible by using your favorite photos at the photo store on Mariners.com in 3 easy steps. You can make your very own Mariners memory. You can visit Mariners.com today. So here's Kenji. And a fly ball hit into left center field. And on the run out there and stumbling onto the warning track is BJ. And Upton makes the catch. He had it all the way.
It was interesting watching Jack Wilson. He ran about 3/4 of the way to second. Started to go back to first to tag up, and then he saw Upton stumbling a little bit, so he stayed where he was at. But I think he wanted to go back and tag and see if he could get to second base. But when he saw him stumbling, he decided, there he goes. Is he doing what he's supposed to? He stumbled himself. There he goes. Now he has to go back all the way to first. I think Upton confused him a little bit whether he was going to catch that ball or not.
So here's the youngster Michael Saunders, who had himself a fine night last night. 3 hits. And a bunt down the third baseline, picked up by Kazmir, and he fires the first, just barely in time. Barely in time to get Saunders. That'll go as a sacrifice, although it was not meant as a sacrifice.
Take a look at it. He just doesn't get it quite close enough to the third base line. Kazmir gets off the mound, fires it to first, and barely gets Saunders, who runs well. For a big man at 6'4", he really gets down the line. But if he can get this a little bit closer to the line, he probably ends up with a base hit.
So Ichiro hit the double into the gap in left center field and scored the Mariners' first run. In the first, steps up to the plate. Texas continues to lead the Angels 2-0 in the 5th. And Ichiro, little looper, is going to drop into left field for a base hit. So around third, and scoring is going to be Jack Wilson. And down to second base goes Ichiro. We're even 2-2.
Ichiro, when he hits this ball in the left field, it jams, and you can see it curving away. Poole Crawford a little bit, picks it up with his bare hand, throws it over the cutoff man Longoria, so Ichiro was able to get down to second base on the throw.
Boy, you can't emphasize too strongly how important hitting the cutoff man is.
Yeah, I agree. We've seen it. Saw the other day the guys took advantage of it when we were in Kansas City.
Swing and a miss. I don't know who this is from. I'm in the truck, but thank you. They give me another lemonade. How about that?
Well, I just like the fact that you can ask for it, and there it is. That was quick, too.
very squeezed. Here's to you guys.
Good stuff.
And a fly ball belted deep to left field. Franklin Gutierrez has a career high 14 home runs, and that means he's got RBIs 49 and 50 on the year, and the Mariners have taken a 4-2 lead. That right up in his eyes. Wow. Back-to-back games in which he has hit home runs.
First game of this series, he had a tough one, struck out 4 times, comes back with 3 hits and a home run last night, and then today comes back with a big 2-run home run to give the Mariners the lead.
There it goes, and a swing in by Lopez and a pop-up hit down the left field line, and a long run, and in futility Crawford will watch it go back into the dugout. That is a dangerous object right there, man. It's like a sword the way that bat broke.
Seen a couple of those already in the game. Branyan had a bat explode on him.
And he went around. 0-2. Breaking ball and a snare out there on the mound by Kazmir, who throws him out. But the Mariners come up with a 3 spot here in the second inning. The big blow, a 2-run home run by Franklin Gutierrez, his career high 14, and the Mariners lead it 4-2. You do deserve some rally fries. And there's another one. 62 years. I don't think we got that many rally fries in place, do we? 62 years. Here's Evan Longoria taking the first pitch high. Ball 1 ball, and no strikes to count. Hit hard, foul down the left field line.
Sure they really want the fries. I think they'd rather have some ice cream.
Change and just barely missed with that pitch. 2-1. That's going to be out of play. Breaking ball, see ya. Great curveball. Right on the outside corner. So Longoria is gone. Time now for our Aflac trivia question. The Rays have 2 of the 9 active players with last names that start with Z. How many can you name? Well, Zobrist and Zahn are the 2 with Tampa Bay.
Zambrano with the Cubs.
Right. 2 Zambranos, aren't there?
I don't know if the other
Not
one, I
anymore?
don't know if his brother's still pitching.
Okay. Two and out on one of the Z's, Mr. Zobrist.
Barry Zito.
Correct. Back into the stands, 2-1. And that's too high.
Ryan Zimmerman with the Nationals.
There you go. There's one. There's a guy that wrote a book. Baseball players called From Aaron to Zuverink. And that's down low and inside. Ball 4. So Zobrist to first base. Walk number 3. And Pat Burrell, the hitter. Henry Aaron to George Zuverink. But let's see, Gus Zernial, but he's no longer active.
Now it would have to be Ardsma.
Well, yeah, now it would have to be Ardsma. You're correct.
Yeah.
Double A. Pat Burrell takes a strike at the knees. 1-1. Texas has added one more, and they lead the Angels 3-0.
What do we have? 5 of them so far? 5 of the Z's?
Yeah. And they're 9, huh? One. And that's going to come back into the stands. These youngsters with a very popular confection, the Dippin' Dots.
I like them.
The ice cream. I never had them.
You haven't?
No.
Great.
Full count, 3-2. No. Said they're not sending them up. I don't want them.
I was hoping that you were going to say, I'd really like to have them so I could have it.
Runner stays. 3-2 pitch hit foul down the left field line and out of play. We could break this organization by ordering one of everything.
How do you think I feel with the rally fries?
And a foul straight back. Right down the middle. Ball dropped but picked up by Jojima. So that's strike 3 call. As Burrell is down on strikes. Gabe Kapler, the hitter now. 50 pitches. Nice breaking ball.
Zumaya.
Yeah, Joel Zumaya with the Detroit Tigers.
6 out of 9. We're doing pretty good. Good change up off the end of the bat.
One and two on Willie. Five hits, the Rays with 3. A little low. Runners have played the Eastern Division club as well. They're 4 games over 500 against the East, and they're 4 games over 500 on the year. 57, 53. Of course, the Mariners' great 1-run record. The pitch and the curve later strikes out the side here in the 3rd. Strikeout number 4. Great curveball to Willie Ibar. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd, and it's the Mariners 4, the Rays 2. What has turned out to be a very lovely day here in Seattle. Nice blue sky overhead, interspersed with white fluffy clouds, and very innovative signs again here this afternoon for something that has become a tradition here. Mike Sweeney is. When did that start 2 years ago? When he spilled the Ralph France.
Yeah, that was in 07.
Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? Starts off innocent enough.
I'm going to tell you something. It wouldn't surprise me. And a swing and a pop-up. Coming back and out of play. And I don't know if they thought of it or not, but the marketing department should have rally fries decorative Christmas ornaments. But they'd sell like hotcakes. Swing the ground ball back at the middle. That's a base hit. Give me the answer to our Aflac trivia question.
Aflac!
Question being, Tampa Bay Rays have 2 of the 9 active players with the last name starting with Z. Who are the others? There they are. Zambrano, Greg Zahn, of course, with Tampa Bay. Clay Zavada, right-hander with Arizona. Brad Ziegler with Oakland. The 2 Zimmermans with Washington, Barry Zito. And Ben Zobrist, we mentioned, and Joel Zamaya with Detroit. You did a good job. You got 6 of the 9.
That counts as a win for us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's 667. No, it's more than that. No, that's right.
That's right.
667.
Adrian's had a couple of pitches up and out over the plate. Casimir, pretty aggressive swings and missed them both. Take a look at the tracer. There they are.
Way high and outside. Breaking ball. He was right on it, too. Wasn't fooled by the pitch.
Take a look at the swing. It's up again above the belt. Pretty aggressive swing by Beltre.
Breaking ball. So down he goes. That's a second strikeout now for Casimir. Tomorrow, for as low as $10, you can bring your friends and family out to the next VECU half-price family night. It's a steal of a deal. That's when the White Sox will be here. And for tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. You can see Luke French make his home debut, the young left-hander. And a ground ball at first. And there's one. And the throw back to first to the pitcher. Not in time. Casimir hunting for the bag, turned around, couldn't find it.
Take a look at it. Right to the first baseman, high bar. Nice feed to shortstop. You see Casimir. I don't know if he thought maybe the first baseman was going to come back or not, but he was a little bit late getting over there. Get over there as quickly as you can, find the bag, and then look for the throw. But because he was late, the throw was on its way, and he missed the base.
Jack Wilson taking his strike. And a fly ball to left field down the line, shallow, gonna drop, and it's gonna drop foul. Jack Wilson, a Southern California lad through and through from Westlake Village. And a swing and a miss, and a pretty good sinking fastball that time. So here in the third, a hit, a man left, but no runs. As we go to the fourth, the Mariners on top 4-2.
Well, the Mariners have been doing a good job in rubber games, and it continues through 3 innings. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers and Ryan Rollins-Smith starting to get it together here.
He is both pitchers, starting pitchers so far, throwing a lot of pitches, which is kind of the theme of this series so far. But it looks like Ryan is starting to settle down. Hopefully he can get deep in this game. I'm sure that Don Wakamatsu would certainly like to see that happen, give the bullpen a little bit of a break.
And that's been a constant theme. Get deep. Here's a little pop-up right below us off the bat of Gabe Kapler. Ryan Rollins-Smith giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. He's walked 3, struck out 4. And he is the antithesis of Scott Kazmir. He works very quickly. Ryan's ahead 0-2 to Kapler. Back in baseball. Though it was out for a bit, came back this past year. Fastball away. 1-2. Kapler, Navarro, and B.J. Upton 7-8-9 here for Tampa Bay. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Ryan Rollins-Smith. In fact, 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5 hitters.
Looks like he's starting to get a better feel for his changeup, and here comes one of them. Kapler way out in front, even though that pitch is up in the zone. Typically a changeup up there is going to get hit, but Ryan has a good changeup. Starting to get a better feel for it.
Navarro homered his last time up. It was an 0-2 pitch up in the zone, and he drilled it into the bullpen in left field. Homer on number 7. Gives him 29 runs batted in on the season. Two and oh. Navarro now sharing catching duties with Greg Zahn, who just came in a couple of days ago from Baltimore. 3-0 pitch. Back with a strike. Here we time call. I was going to say here we go, 3-1. Navarro wasn't ready. Here we go. Full count now. Good crowd on hand here at Safeco Field. Mariners 11-3 in rubber games. They've won 10 of the last 11. Mariners getting their runs. One in the first inning, RBI by Lopez, and then Ichiro with an RBI in the second. A 2-run homer by Gutierrez followed. Swing and a miss. That changeup devastating. Good stuff.
Yeah, he's really starting to get a good feel for it. We just talked about it. Punched out Kapler with a changeup, and another good one to Navarro.
That's 4 straight strikeouts, 6 on the game. Who's going to win the American League East? Our fan pulse. Tampa Bay, Boston, or the Yankees. Text A, B, or C to 95323. Yankees go for the sweep tonight in Yankee Stadium against the Red Sox. They've held them scoreless for 24+ innings. Strike one to B.J. Upton. Upton with a fly out to left. There's a look at the standings. 5.5. Yankee margin. Yankees will be in coming up on Thursday. Smitty going hard after Upton here. Got him 0-2. Love the pace that Ryan Rollins-Smith sets. 1-2 down low. Six of the last 7 hitters have been retired via the strikeout. Here's a 2-2. Ryan in Kansas City last start not sharp at all. 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, and he walked 3. There's his differential in the high lows. Pitch speed. The 2-2 pitch again. Up to just staying alive.
It looks like he's starting to take a lot more off of his breaking ball. I think it's getting down into the low 70s now.
Fastball broken back, a little soft loper to Adrian Beltre, a 1-2-3 fourth, and Ryan Roland Smith developing a real good rhythm, and he's got a 4-2 lead here at Safeco Field. Rays includes the second trip for Tampa Bay to Seattle. 4-2 Mariners. Bottom of the fourth, Mariners will repay the visit, or one of the visits, with a 2-day stint in late September. Kazmir first pitch to Kenji Jojima, and their first strike. Kenji sent a ball deep to left center field to the warning track that was run down by B.J. Upton. Mariners starting today, fourth place in a wild card chase. 5.5 back of Boston. 4 games behind these Rays. Good race. Boston, Texas, Tampa Bay, Seattle. White Sox come in tomorrow for 3. And Minnesota. We've seen Minnesota below 500 this time of year. 0-2. Good game from Carl Pavano. I believe it was yesterday, 11-0. See Gavin Floyd tomorrow against Luke French. Kazmir throws a lot of pitches. Reminds me of Daisuke Matsuzaka. Takes a lot of time between pitches and throws a whole bunch of pitches. About 18 an inning. His average coming in today. Kenji, is he going to drop in front of Crawford? No, he outran it. Nice play. One down here in the fourth. Check out the Coors Light freeze can. And we've talked about, and you've seen it over the years, Carl Crawford, a fabulous athlete. Good catch. MVP of the All-Star game, game-saving catch up against the fence in St. Louis back in July.
Not many fly balls are going to fall with Crawford and Upton in the outfield. Those two guys cover a lot of ground.
Those two guys have taken possible hits away from Kenji. So 0-2. Here's Michael Saunders laid down a sacrifice. Moved Ichiro. I think that moved Wilson in a scoring position. They scored on the Ichiro base hit. Saunders coming off a couple of good games here. 3-4 last night. Confidence building with every plate appearance. Still looking for his first major league home run. He's got a triple under his belt. He's driven in 3 runs. Broken bat, 1 hopper to Bartlett. 2 down. He's got about 5 broken bats for the Mariners today. Back to the top of the order, Nitro, after an 0 for yesterday. But 0 for 4, he's back with a vengeance today. 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. He's got a single and a double. Nitro had a 22-game home hitting streak snapped last night. A lot of room straight up the middle. See the raised defensive deployment there. 0-2. Home runs today by Navarro for Tampa Bay and Gutierrez for the Mariners. Mariners in Friday night's game, dramatic fashion. Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead night went 7-6. It was yesterday 10-4. Walks were just brutal yesterday. 10 walks, 6 scored. Today, Ryan Roland Smith has walked 3. He's walked Zobers twice, Bartlett once. But neither guy's got beyond first base. This play by Kazmir. And he has an easy inning. 1, 2, 3. Here in the 4th inning, 4 in the books here at Safeco. Mariners trying to get this rubber match right now, enjoying a 4-2 lead.
The Northwest.
Top of the 5th. And the helmet corps. The helmet crew, they're here in force today. We like that. 4-2. Been away the last couple of days. Major League Baseball's taken away the Mariners bullpen Warrior helmets. Fans showing their solidarity with the boys by coming to the ball games with helmets these days. I like that. Mason Bartlett, top of the order. Right through the box, but there's Lopez. Sets and fires and gets him. Nice play. Lopez made a couple of nice plays here at second base. He got a double play in the first, get the Mariners out of a bases loaded situation. Burrell hit a screamer right up the middle. They were playing in there. Stepped on second and got the double play.
I don't think Burrell hit it so hard. I don't think he even got out of the box, did he?
No. Tell you what, had there been no outs, it was triple play written all over that one. 0-1 to Crawford. Hit by a pitch and struck out. Popped it up, playable. Kenji. Now Beltre comes in and says, I got it. A quick 2 outs. 7 straight retired by Ryan Rowland-Smith. And tonight it's all about the coaches on a special edition of Mariners All Access. Coaching staff touches on their off-field hobbies, the places they've been, and how they ended up joining Don Wakamatsu right here in Seattle. That and more tonight at 10 on Mariners All Access. It's a very good coaching staff. Ty Van Berkeley on the bench coaching. Bruce Hines, third. Lee Tinsley at first. Alec Cockrell, hitting coach. Rick Adair, the pitching coach. John Wetland in the bullpen. Steve Heck, the performance coach. Good crew. Longoria drills one center field. Gutierrez got it. Longoria stung it, but Gutierrez ran it down. Another 1-2-3 inning, the second in a row by Ryan Rowland-Smith in a 4-2 Mariner lead. A long trip, pal. 25 years. Now let's take a look at our fan pulse. Who's going to win the AL East? The New York Yankees right now, the people's choice over the Red Sox and the Rays. Franklin Gutierrez to lead it off. What's that? I got a fever? That'll work.
Picture of Christopher Walken with a Mariners hat on.
There's a scary sight. What a great actor. Nobody can weird you out better than he can. He's a heck of an actor. Gutierrez, Lopez, and Sweeney. 2-3-4. Last time up for Goody on a 1-1 pitch. Line to home run. Left field. Home run number 14. Gutierrez with 14 home runs, 50 runs batted in. Pitch by Kazmir.
Looks like both starters are starting to get things going right now. Franklin Gutierrez, though, he is really hot again. Mentioned earlier, tough first game of this series. 3 hits last night with a home run, then homered earlier in this game. Kazmir looks like he's starting to settle down.
Says the kind of player type of guy Gutierrez is to bounce back after that over golden sombrero Friday night. Bounce back last night, now today. One for strong, one for two. 50 RBIs is big league best. Goody had hit 13 home runs with Cleveland back in '07. A new standard set here today in the second inning. Another line drive off the bat of Franklin Gutierrez. Good start to the fifth inning for the Mariners. Got him up in a 2-hole. Russell Branyan slumping. It's paying off big time today.
And he's not going to miss too many hanging breaking balls or changeups that are up in the zone like that with the way he's swinging.
Franklin Gutierrez hasn't run in a while. He's 7 out of 12. There's Lopez. Alan Carco telling me around the cage the other day that hope he can sniff out an RBI. He's a team leader at 65. Very comfortable day here in Seattle. Temperature at first pitch 69 degrees. About an hour 23 minutes ago. Goes the other way. Very effective job by Lopez. Goody gets the third easy. Lopez going to dig for second. He's going to make it. They're going to build an inning as Bruce Hines holds him up. Second and third. Nobody out here in the fifth. A double for Lopez. And for Lope, his 27th. He leads the team.
He's done this a couple of times in the game today. He has 2 hits, both of them on pitches inside. Just pulls his hands in. Little inside out swing, dumps it down the right field line. Dave Kapler gets it in a hurry. Gutierrez had a good jump off of first base. He fumbles with that at all. He probably scores.
An RBI opportunity for Mike Sweeney. Flied out to right, singled up the middle. 18 runs batted in, part-time duty, DH. Gets away. Here comes Gutierrez. He's going to score easily. Taking third is Lopez. Now 5-2 Mariners. A wild pitch gets Gutierrez in. Lopez to third. Navarro had no chance on that one. Sweeney can pick up another run here. Infield comes in. It's happy for Mike to see him get that 100th career home run at Kauffman Stadium. We were in Kansas City a few days ago. George Brett holds that club's record, 136, and Mike is second. Fine career, injury plague, but great guy, fine career. 1-1. Drives one to left field, backs up Crawford, tagging Lopez, and he's going to score in the sacrifice fly by Mike Sweeney. Mariners getting it done here in the fifth inning. 6-2 Seattle. RBI for Sweeney is 19th.
Kazmir trying to throw a fastball in on his hands. Take a look at Sweeney and his swing. It's a line drive right at Crawford, in off the plate.
Here's Beltre looking at strike one. Adrian with an infield hit and a strikeout thus far. 1-1. Good operation here in the 5th. Single sack fly. Got a wild pitch mixed in there, and the Mariners have 2 runs on the board. 1-2 now to Beltre. Beltre last night, double run scored, couple strikeouts, and a bounce out. Texas leading the Angels 4-0, 7th inning at Anaheim. Detroit at home beats Minnesota 8-7. Toronto 7-3 over Baltimore. Both of those finals. The 1-2 to Beltre. Swing. And he just got a piece of it. Oakland beating Kansas City 6-3. Cleveland takes out the White Sox in Chicago 8-4. White Sox come in tomorrow for 3. The Yankees Red Sox start in about 2 hours of change. Reaches out, dribbles one to Bartlett down the line. He is safe. Good hustle by Adrian Beltre for a base hit.
Looked like Adrian had to reach for this last pitch, and because of that, he starts his momentum going towards first base. Casimir had a chance for it, missed it, and then Bartlett maybe he charged a little bit harder, but Adrian just beats it out.
One out, one on for Russell Brennan. With his slump, moved down to the 6th hole today. Strikeout, reached on fielder's choice. Jeff Bennett is starting to heat up. Russell Brennan, the 98th game. Outside. Brennan getting to play more than he ever has since. Put up 113 games in 2001. He's going to surpass that number easily. Hey friends, the Mariners Wives annual My Favorite Things basket auction. It's set for the Mariners Yankees game this Friday. Mariners Wives have put together baskets of their husband's favorite things, including CDs, autographed and game used items, and more. Baskets from each row. Adrian, Russell, and more will be auctioned via silent auction at section 128. All proceeds benefit Children of the Nations. For tickets to Friday's Mariners and Yankees game, visit mariners.com. Good count here for Brennan. 2-0. Beltre at first, one out.
Casimir throwing a lot of pitches again. His next pitch will be number 90 for him here, with 1 out in the 5th inning.
Ernest with 2 here in the 5th. Lead by 4. In tight. Brennan hit something on the ground to the right side. The double play guy is going to be the 3rd baseman Longoria, who's playing up the middle. With the shift on with the 2nd baseman and the shortstop on the right side for Russ. Not going to double up on that, but it's foul. When he gets his pitch, he can mash. 3-1. Get another opportunity right here. 3-2, big friend. 3-2. Here we go. He's aboard. Well, Joe Madden, he has seen enough. Scott Casimir's given up 6 runs on 9 hits. struck out 3, walked 2, and he lasts to 1 out here in the 5th inning. And the Mariners trying to take this rubber game. They put it on the ace of the Tampa Bay staff. Timeout. Back with more right after this. Runners on. New pitcher, Jeff Bennett. Almost hit Jack Wilson. Wilson today with a walk and a run scored and a strikeout.
Mariners are 3 for 5 with men in scoring position today, so they've done a nice job of hitting with guys out there.
Bennett most recently with the Atlanta Braves. Wilson goes the other way. Luke Burnett's going to sit down for a base hit. Beltre being held on at third. So bases loaded, 1 out. Jack Wilson checking in with a base hit. That'll bring up Kenji Jones, who has hit the ball hard twice today, but nothing to show for it.
Pitch up and right in the middle of the plate. Jack hits the ball the other way a lot. Take a look at it. Stays on top of this nice line drive. One hopper right to Kapler. So Beltre wasn't able to score. He made a nice throw into home.
Kenji Jojima fly deep to the track in left center field, and then a diving catch by Crawford took the potential base hit away from him. Kenji with decent numbers with the bases filled. 1 out. 10 hits for the Mariners. Fly ball center field, but shallow. Coming in Upton. Beltre tags. Here's the throw. And a very good throw by Upton as just a bluff by Beltre. 2 outs. I'll bring up the kid. Rookie Michael Saunders with the bases loaded. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Bennett pitched his last 3 seasons for Atlanta. He went 3-7 last year, 3 saves, 3.70 ERA. Career high in appearances 72, 91 in the 3rd innings, and 68 strikeouts. Here his numbers since joining Tampa Bay. During his time in Atlanta, right-handers hit just .228 against them. Strike 1. It's 29 years old. Also been with Milwaukee. 0-1. Bases loaded with Beltran at third, Brandon at second, Wilson at first. Eighth man to the plate here for the Mariners in the fifth inning.
Yeah, just pumping fastballs in there. 92, 93 miles an hour. Saunders comes into the game today hitting 283. He's been swinging the bat much better lately. Tried to get a bunt hit earlier in the game. Wasn't able to beat it out.
3-1. Oh, get something you like.
Well, he's throwing nothing but fastballs, so Saunders knows he's going to get one here.
Turn it loose, big fella. 3-1 with 2 outs, bases loaded. Down low. Saunders will get an RBI. Mariners take a lead now of 7-2. I want to walk you home. The sounds of Antoine Fatstamino. And that'll bring up Ichiro. Ninth man to the plate. On the ground to Bartlett, short way. And that will do it. A very productive inning for the Mariners. 3 more on the board. Scores now 7-2 Seattle. See them at the ballpark every day. We take a look at the scoreboard brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Washburn's line, 10 hits, 5 earned runs. They win the ball game. Florida unloads on Philadelphia and Jamie Moyer. And St. Louis and Pittsburgh. Former Mariner Joel Pinheiro. Broke-in bat up the middle to Lopez. And Zobrist is gone. To Ryan Rollins Smith. Last 3 innings, no runs on no hits. He's had 1 base runner. 3rd inning. 5th inning, he threw 6 pitches. You gotta like that.
Seeing him pitch inside more, which has helped his changeup.
Here's the 1-0. Line drive to the gap. Burrell's not very fast. Gutierrez knows that. Gets it back in. It'll be a base hit. Well stroked nonetheless. So that ends a streak of 9 consecutive hitters retired by Ryan Roland Smith. Willie Ibar is the hitter. Scott Kazmir's line is completed. 4 1/3, 7 runs, all earned, 9 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. ERA went from 6.10 to 6.50.
Well, he pitched better coming into the game today. His last couple outings were pretty good, but again, as you mentioned, Dave, his ERA over 6 coming into this game. You can see the games where he struggled probably pretty similar to the one that we saw today, where he was just all over the place. Had a pretty good fastball at 93 miles an hour, but he couldn't get to anything else just because he couldn't throw strikes early in counts.
Last 2 games, he'd won his last 2 starts with a 2.76 ERA. Big difference today. Back 2-2. Dug out by Kenji. Certainly is a different look for Ryan Roland Smith. It worked up an unbelievable sweat. Now, granted, it was very hot in Kansas City his last start, and not near as hot today, 69 degrees. But John Wakamatsu, you see a pitcher struggling like that, he said that anxiety level was getting up there, and he delivers pitch way upstairs, 3-2. Walks Ibar. But a big difference today. That's the first walk since the 3rd inning, 4th on the afternoon. Banner Bank building to the future. Brendan Morrow. What did he do last night? 6 innings, a 5-hit ball, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, and 1 strikeout. And 1 walk, beg your pardon. I'd be curious to know how many breaking balls he threw and how many he threw for strikes last night.
I bet he threw a number of them, because I think that they're down there watching that and requiring him to work on those pitches. We all know that he has a good fastball, so hopefully he's getting better command of that, and the 1 walk that he had in the game is a pretty good indication that he is.
He threw 90 pitches in that ball game last night, and you hope that he continues to work on the breaking balls. Secondary, 3rd level pitches. Sean Kelly starting to heat up. This is Gabe Kapler. He's 0 for 2. Ryan Roland Smith, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks today, and he's given up 2 runs on 4 hits. Beltre was tagged, throw, double play. Nicely done. Just what Ryan Roland Smith needed. You got the Gold Glover performing at a high level. That's a fine play by Adrian Beltre. Inning over, and Tampa Bay's turned away at 7-2 Mariners. 7-2. And our buddy's still around. Luckily for him, the cat is still back in Kansas City. With the blue tail, it's a good one. Just chilling out on that. I don't see these kinds of birds unless somebody came to the ballpark, figured they had too many of them, let one go, huh? Fend for yourself, pal. Now, I wonder if Major League Baseball would ban that as a mascot.
It'll be fine. There's plenty of popcorn left over after the game. Watch out for some of those seagulls that come in.
You got that right. Those boys will be in about an hour.
Yeah.
Remember, they're pretty much on schedule. Gutierrez having a good day. It continues. You got to love that. Golden Sombrero Friday, big night last night, and 3 hits today. A reminder, the next U.S. Bank Mariners matinee set for Wednesday, September 2nd. Mariners and Angels going to wrap up an AL West showdown. Make plans to watch these divisional rivals right here at Safeco Field. Reserve your seats. Mariners.com. Gutierrez, last night out of the 6-hole, homered, singled, and a double 3 for 4. Today in the 2-hole, as you look at ball 1 to Lopez, he's homered in 2 singles, 3 for 4.
He has to be over 300 now.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Except the 301 started the day at 296. And remember, he was in the low 2s early in the season. Crawford take control here. Oh, yeah. Getting hungry already. It is Sunday at the ballpark. This is still one of the best ballparks in the country in a lot of reasons, and one of them, what you can do with the food fair here. All kinds of different cuisines. So you folks around the country watching on a baseball package, keep that in mind when you book a trip to Seattle. Mike Sweeney, sacrifice fly. He's had a good day as well. 1 for 2, sac fly. RBI number 19 for Mike.
Sacrifice fly was a line drive into left field, hit it right on the button. Moved Carl Crawford back far enough to where he ended up with a sacrifice fly, but he hit it hard.
Good sign. That home run the other day in Kansas City. In tight football. 2-0. Pitcher's Jeff Bennett, signed by the Rays on August 1st, released by Atlanta. He had a fracture to his left hand, which required surgery earlier this year. 2-1.
Rangers just putting it to the Angels right now, 7-0 in the 9th inning.
Ryan Roland Smith throwing a heck of a ball game here, and well, Texas has had their number. What's about 9 wins, I think, right? 9-2, I believe.
They beat them up this year, that's for
8-3,
sure.
8-3, I think it is. 8-3. Marlon Byrd and Taylor Teagarden have homered for Texas. Angels starting the day 4.5 up on Texas, 9 on the Mariners. Derek Holland, 3 hits and 8 in the 3rd innings. Well, I guess we could say here on August 9th, their pitching's held up a lot better than we thought.
I would agree with that. I certainly didn't expect it.
Sweeney earns a walk. Strawberry with a little extra sugar on it. A Shiska berry. Well, she's going to work too. Second walk issued by Bennett since coming on in the 5th inning. Don't miss an all-new episode. Seahawks All Access tomorrow night on FSN. We're going to go one-on-one with a major addition to the Hawks receiving corps, and he is a good one. T.J. Houshmandzadeh Get a look at the other wideouts joining Hoosh this season as the club launches a recharge aerial attack. Seahawks, all access tomorrow at 10:30 on FSN. NFL season kicks off tonight. Hall of Fame game, Buffalo and Tennessee. Chancer Beltre to inflict some damage here. Looks at a strike. Adrian 2 for 3. Runs scored.
Mariners 4 for 8 with men in scoring position today, so they're having a nice day driving in runs.
And hit him. Bases loaded.
Take a look at it. Throwing a lot of fastballs inside to the righties and gets Beltre on that one.
Russell Brandon likes the fastball. Bennett is throwing a lot of fastballs. You got Gutierrez at third. You got there's Sweeney at second. So AB at first. Now Goody's at third. You got one down in the sixth. Bases loaded for Russell Brandon. Mariners home run leader with 25, a career best. There's a drive deep left field. Going back, Crawford. It's a grand slam for Russell Brandon. And the Mariners have blown it wide open. It's 11-2 Seattle.
Well, Brandon, you talked about it, Dave. The Brandon, it's a great matchup for him. Bennett out there struggling, throwing nothing but fastballs. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. First pitch fastball, you can see how deep that ball gets on him. In the outside corner, and he hits it all the way to the back of the bullpen. Looked like he just flipped it out there. That ricochets back towards the field.
That is some serious strength. His fourth career grand slam, Jack. Wilson the hitter. 11-2 Mariners. 11 runs on 12 hits. No errors for Seattle. 2-4-0 for Tampa Bay. They are putting it to the American League defending champions. What a day here for the Mariners, swinging the bat. And the Mariners runners in scoring position, 5 for 9. Brandon with home run number 26 as he continues to add to that career high total. And Gutierrez, we look at our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game, 11-3 record here in rubber games. Wilson straightaway left field to Crawford. 2 outs. Mariners closing in on going 12-3 in these rubber games, and this would make it 11 of the last 12. A couple of huge innings. 3 runs in the 5th. 4 more here in the 6th. Jojima 0 for 3 today. Bouncing ball down to Longoria. Off his foot. Foul ball, says Bob Davidson. When the inning started with Gutierrez with a leadoff base hit, as Choate starting to throw. Randy Choate, left-hander. Seen him already in this series. Down the line, but foul. Mariners scored 11 runs at Kansas City 4 days ago, an 11-6 win. That was the middle game of 3 in Kansas City. 1-2 to Kenji. Slow roller Bartlett. And he throws out Kenji Judgment, but plenty, and I mean plenty of good damage done by the Mariners. The grand slam by Russell Branyan. First pitch. Goodbye. And the Mariners now have an 11-2 lead. Card chase, and then the AL East Division leading New York Yankees. They come in first of 2 trips. Yankees with the best record in baseball, and they'll play Boston later on tonight. Great work by the Mariners. 4 runs on 2 hits. Big 6th inning. 3 runs on 4 hits in the 5th to break it open. Ryan Roland-Smith, his task, and I know he wants to embrace it, throw strikes and finish up with a CG. Fly ball left field coming in. Saunders going back. Wilson runs out of room, and Beltre also there. I'll tell you what, 3 good sets of legs out there chasing that one down.
Yeah, probably the only reason why it wasn't caught is because it went in the stands. They had it surrounded. It'll be tough for Ryan, I think, to finish this one. 96 pitches. If he gets a quick inning here, he might. I don't think he would have any problem going out and throwing 120 pitches.
Built for it.
Yeah. See many guys get past that number anymore, but I think Ryan Roland-Smith can certainly handle it.
Center field, Gutierrez fighting the sun. He's there, makes the catch. But how about the Mariners? How about not Beltre, but Branyan? He knew Bennett. All he had was the fastball. And boy, he got something he could reach.
Well, the great thing about it, too, is he was only throwing it to one part of the plate, inside to the righties and away from the lefties. And that was, opposite field, home run, grand slam. It didn't just crawl out of here. That was off the screen out there in left field.
Better than Royal Brome if the screen hadn't been there. 4th slam for Branyan of his career. 2nd Mariner slam. Ichiro has one earlier this year. Ichiro hit one against the Angels. I believe it was right here at Safeco Field. 1-1 to B.J. Upton. Matter of fact, Ichiro got his on Jackie Robinson Day back in April. Oh for 2 day for B.J. Upton. Ryan Roland-Smith struck out 6, walked 4. At one point he retired 9 in a row. Gutierrez gets some more work. 2 outs. Mariners return 2 double plays behind Ryan. Top of the order now, Jason Bartlett. 0 for 2 with a walk. Mariners do not exactly have one of the most prolific offenses in the American League, so this is really great to see them get 11 runs on 2 hits. You're talking about a Mariner club 10th in batting average, 8th in hits, last in runs, 12th in home runs, and last in walks. It's all come together here. Swing and a miss.
11 runs on 12 hits.
Yep. I mentioned 11 runs 4 days ago in Kansas City. I remember that ties a season high. Third time they got 11. They got 11 against the Angels back on the 15th of April. 1-2s. Pitch off the fist there, fouled off by Bartlett. Ryan's responded nicely. 4 spot on the board. He's ahead here with 2 outs. Line drive. That'll be a base hit. Nice dive by face plant by Jack Wilson.
Take a look at Wilson. It's one thing to dive, but when you have to dive up like he did right there, you're going to do just that. Chin is going to hit the ground. A lot of these guys, when they dive, they're diving down towards the ground, but when you jump up like that, those hurt too. Feel that one in your lower back.
Why do I get the feeling Mr. Griffey will have something to say about that one?
Oh, I'm sure.
Hit through the hole by Carl Crawford. The runner is moving Bartlett, so first and third for Tampa Bay with 2 outs. So he gets 2 outs and then gives up 2 singles.
Solid base hit to right field.
Kelly's up for the second time. Under the supervision, John Whitland.
And Don Wakamatsu
is going to come and get him. 6 2/3 for Ryan Rowland-Smith. 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. He's going to leave with an 11-2 lead. He gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. So a good bounce back start by Ryan Rowland-Smith after last start in Kansas City. Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is presented by Wilcox Farms, celebrating Wilcox Farms' 100th anniversary. Remember, buy local, buy fresh, buy Wilcox Farms eggs. Buy Taco Del Mar, home for $4.99 Mondo Burrito. Buy Money Tree, and Money Tree providing immediate cash for your business is our business. Apply for business loan at moneytreeinc.com. And by Washington's Lottery, whose world would you change? Great offensive day here for Russell Brandon and the Mariners. Brandon with a grand slam in the 6th inning. broken this game wide open. 11-2 Mariners. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at the corner. Sean Kelly, the new pitcher, and he'll face Evan Longoria. Longoria today with a double, a strikeout looking, and a line out to center field. Ryan Roland Smith goes 6 2/3, 6 hits, 4 walks, 6 Ks. Here's a bouncing ball to Wilson. He'll throw across, and the inning is over as Kelly gets it done on 2 pitches. Nothing across here in the top of the 7th. 11-2 Mariners. With a good crowd on hand. They've seen Russell Brennan hit a grand slam, and Ryan Roland Smith, 6 2/3 inning work today. 2 runs, both earned, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And at one point retired 9 consecutive hitters.
It's pretty impressive, really, because he struggled through the first couple of innings, and then he really found it. Things started to come together. You see the good changeup right there. Did a nice job of throwing strikes. You mentioned the 9 in a row that he retired, because early on he really threw a lot of pitches, but in the end, pretty solid performance for Ryan Roland Smith.
Going over some changes here. So, I don't know if Carl Crawford, I doubt he got hurt. He wanted to get him out of the game. I'm sure Joe Madden's thinking down 11-2. So they get Crawford out of the game. The DH, Pat Burrell, moves into left field. And then moving into the 2-hole in the batting order is the pitcher, Jeff Bennett. Pat, the left fielder, of course, with the Philadelphia Phillies. And he's no stranger to left field, although this is a heck of a lot bigger than Citizens Bank Park. Michael Saunders to lead it off. 9-1-2 here for the Mariners in the home 7th. Scott Kazmir started for Tampa Bay, went 4 1/3, 7 runs all earned on 9 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Ball and strike to Saunders. Sacrifice today. A walk and a ground out. Still looking for his first big league home run. Bennett has come on to give up 4 runs on 3 hits. Strike 3 called. Saunders is dismissed here in the home 7th.
Bennett so far, 33 pitches for him, 18 strikes, but I think out of the 33, every one of them has been a fastball. Nothing but fastballs to Saunders right there.
Top of the order, Ichiro. Ichiro, a couple of hits today, 2 for 4. For the Mariners, scoring 11 runs, third time this year. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Down and in, 1-2.
Decided to try a slider right there.
One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Two and two. Mariner fans will be rooting for the Yankees to beat Boston here tonight. Boston leading the wild card chase. Texas has defeated the Angels 7-0. That ties Texas with Boston for the wild card lead at the moment. Nice grab by Longoria. One out. Make that 2 out, beg your pardon. Let's take a look at our Mercedes-Benz E-Class attention assist of the ball game. Franklin Gutierrez. Great day for him. On a 1-1 pitch in the 2nd inning, a line drive home run. Then he came up in the 5th inning with a base hit. 6th inning, another base hit. He's 6 for his last 8.
And he's made it, now he's made another two good catches out in left center field today too.
Goody on Friday night struggled, struck out swinging, looking, swinging, and then got an all-important walk on a borderline pitch. Scored ahead of Langerhans, who had homered down the line but foul. Gutierrez 6 for his last 8. His batting average up to .301. Don Wakamatsu's come up with a whole bunch of lineups this year for the Mariners. Wonder how much longer he'll continue to stay like this with Goody and 2-hole. Brandon today breaks out with a grand slam. Also going 1 for 3.
I don't know how long he'll stay with it, but I'll venture to guess you'll see the same thing tomorrow. 11 runs for the Mariners today, and we need to change it.
Right. Let's hit copy. Ground ball to the second baseman, Zobrist. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 7th, 7 in the books. 11-2 Mariners. And for every RBI recorded this season, PACCAR donates $100 to Page Ahead Literacy, a nonprofit organization that provides new books free of charge to at-risk children here in Washington. The Mariners thank PACCAR for their continued partnership in helping enrich the lives of youth in the Northwest. Down the line.
That's a
foul, way late. Off the bat of Ben Zobrist. They'll be followed by Pat Burrell and Willie Ibar against Sean Kelly. Mariners 4-3 here in the early going in August. The Rays are 5-2. Zobrist a couple of walks and a ground out today. Tampa Bay runs coming in the second inning. Yonder Navarro, a 2-run homer. His 7th of the season. Ball and 2 strikes. And a look at Mr. Kelly, who recorded a win a couple of nights ago. 7-6, 11 inning ball game. He had given up a home run to Bartlett in the 11th, but Langerhans picked him up with a 2-run homer to win it in the bottom of the 11th. Two and two. Certainly an encouraging starting performance by Ryan Roland Smith today. 6 2/3. 2 runs both earned, 6 hits. He did walk 4, but he struck out 6.
And since he's been called up, 4th start, 3 of them have been really good.
Strike 3 call. Zobrist is gone, 1 out.
I like the fact that he was struggling early and was able to get it back together. That's a good sign. Also, you're not always going to start the game. Typically, a lot of starting pitchers will struggle in the first inning or two. He was able to reel it back in and get it together, which was something he struggled with in Kansas City.
Oh, never got out of it, yeah. Burrell puts a charge into one. Deep left center field, but Gutierrez, a step on the track, fighting his son, makes the catch.
Had some tough ones the last few innings. A couple of balls last inning, and then this one. Getting to it's not the problem. Seeing it is.
Good swing.
The sunglasses, trying to get himself a decent angle where he's not looking directly into the sun.
Nicely done. 2 outs here in the 8th. Switch hitter Willie Ibar. Kelly, another quick worker coming out of that Mariner bullpen. Mariners with the best ERA in the major leagues, 4.02. And right behind him, Tampa Bay. Ball and 2 strikes. Well, he's retired all 3 men that he's faced. And that hit Willie Ibar.
He hit him with a slider on his back leg. Like Kenji was able to get a piece of that as well.
Here's a look at it.
Oh, right up the back quad. Deflected and hit Kenji. Watch it go off his leg and get Kenji also. Yeah, right on the shoulder.
Gabe Gross will pinch hit now. 2 outs, 1 on. Runner takes off. Indifference. Gabe Gross. Pinch hitting for Gabe Kaplan. A balk. Like Carlson saw it, so did Bob Davidson. Carlson second, Davidson at home plate. Second balk called in the series by Bob Davidson. Looking ahead to the Yankees series, don't want to by any stretch of the imagination undersell the White Sox, but looking at the Yankee series, the way it's shaping up right now, it'll be Snell, Ryan Rollins Smith, French, and Pfister against the Yankees. No Felix. Felix will pitch Wednesday against the White Sox. Strike. Kelly gets the first 2 outs, hits a batter, balks it, man to third. Now he's 1-1 to Gabe Gross. All with 2 strikes. Luke French will get the start tomorrow against Gavin Floyd, and we'll see Pfister on Tuesday, Felix on Wednesday. How about this one? Felix and Mark Burley.
Burley's been on a pretty good run, hasn't he?
Sure has. Way inside. 2-2. Middle portion of this game, Mariners blew it open 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th on the Brandon grand slam. Two home run day for the Mariners, Gutierrez and Brandon. Rudy with 2 runs batted in, each row's driven in a run. Lopez, Sweeney, and Saunders. 2-2, and a punch out of Gabe Gross inning over. The bottom of the 8th we go. Kelly had a little bit of a hiccup in that inning, but nothing of any major consequence. 11-2 Mariners. And is brought to you by Wilcox Farms, celebrating Wilcox Farms' 100th anniversary. Remember, buy local, buy fresh, buy Wilcox Farms eggs. And by Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. 11-2 Mariners. A couple of big innings, a 3-run 5th, a 4-run 6th. Gabe Gross stays on in right field. He had pinch hit for Gabe Kaplan. Places him out there in a Comcast pitching matchup. Game 1 of the series that begins tomorrow with the White Sox. Gavin Floyd against Luke French. Doug Pfister will get the start on Tuesday. Felix Hernandez on Wednesday. Veteran Russ Springer takes over, claimed off of waivers from Oakland yesterday. Springer and Lopez, they've had a couple of meetings before. Matter of fact, it was a game winner earlier on this first time in for Oakland early in the season. Back up the middle, he greets him with a base hit. I believe it was Springer that looked, he got the game-winning hit. First Oakland visit.
I know he's been swinging the bat well lately. That base hit gets him up probably around 280 now.
Lopez 2 for 3 against Springer.
28,490, 28490.
Good crowd here for Tampa Bay. 28,490 at 28,239, and on Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead night, almost 45,000 on Friday night. Strike one to Mike Sweeney. Sweeney with one base hit. He's got a sac fly. He's walked. 1 for 2.
4 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, 1 home run allowed.
Here's the 0-1 to Sweeney. The center field coming in, Upton coming in hard, coming in. Oh, he couldn't get it. I thought he had a chance at that. I don't know if he saw it or what was the deal there, but we usually see a guy Upton. He's got flat out world-class speed, and I know he did get a lousy jump on it. That falls in and works for the Mariners.
That's the difference right there, Dave, is the jump that he gets on this. He's playing pretty deep because Sweeney's hitting, but he didn't get a real good jump and just can't catch up to it as Sweeney was jammed and just flares it out into center field. I think if he comes up with that little bare hand pick there, he might have a chance at second to get Lopez.
For the Mariners, 14 hits this afternoon.
4 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, 1 home run.
Beltre to Zobrist to Bartlett for 1. High bar double play. Taking third is Lopez. Well, here comes Brendan. Last time up. 1 out, bases loaded. Jeff Bennett had been doing nothing with pumping fastballs. He got a pitch away and rifled it to right field, to left field. Opposite field grand slam. 4th career slam for Brendan. First as a Mariner. Brendan 1 for 3 against Russ Springer. Miguel Batista. Looks like he'll get an opportunity to do some mop-up duty in the 9th. Inside. Don Wakamatsu's shaking up the lineup a little bit. Brandon down to the 6 hole. We've been in the 2 and 3 hole the last few weeks. 2 and 1.
Care to guess how many home runs he's going to hit this year?
Let's see, that was 26 today. Stays healthy. The back doesn't bother him. Today's August 9th. Give me 39. Give me 39.
39.
What do you think?
I was thinking 36.
We've got
50 games. He plays in probably another 48 games or so.
On pace
47.
for 38. So
10 more. That's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Two and 2. Let's see what Springer comes back with here. Full count. Runner at third. Mariners up big. 11-2. Turned it loose, but couldn't catch up to it. Springer strikes out Brennan. To the top of the ninth we go. A big lead for the Mariners. Miguel Batista coming on the pitch. 11-2 Mariners. Presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 3 outs away from a beautiful afternoon here for the Mariners. 11-2 in the lead. Miguel Batista comes on. Glad you could join us, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and the FSN crew. This homestand will continue tomorrow with the White Sox in for 3, and the Yankees follow with a 4-game set. Miguel Batista, he's going to face the bottom of the order, Yonder Navarro. B.J. Upton back up top of the order. Jason Bartlett, 8, 9, and 1. Foul out of play. The 0-1 to Navarro. Back up this way. Navarro, the biggest hit of the game for Tampa Bay, second inning. 0-2 pitch against Roland Smith. He homered into the left field stands. 7th home run of the season, the only run so far for Tampa Bay. 2 runs on 6 hits. Branyan, back's not bothering him. Nice play, Batista. Well done. So 1 out here in the ninth. Take a look at the Quest high speed pitch. It's got Kazmir, who started for Tampa Bay, and Ryan Roland Smith. The numbers there. Kazmir went 4 1/3, 7 runs all earned, 9 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Ryan Roland Smith, he went 6 2/3, 2 runs both earned, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. It's B.J. Upton. Bouncing ball, Jack Wilson. Quick 2 outs. Tampa Bay will be heading down to Anaheim for 3 games, and then they'll be returning home for a 10-game homestand. Batista up high with the pitch to Bartlett. Bartlett today, 1 for 3 with a walk. Line drive, that's a base hit.
It's a really nice nice start to the homestand. You look at the Rays, they were playing really good baseball coming in to Seattle. Last 10 games, winning 7 out of the 10.
There's Greg Zahn. He'll pinch hit.
Zahn pinch hitting.
Greg got the start yesterday. Actually, it was the day before when Zahn came in. Looks at a strike. Zahn started last night's game. It was last night's game. 1, 2, 3. He went 0 for 4. And now Batista's ahead of him, 0-2. The Mariners a strike away from putting this one in the books in the W column. The Mariner Ball Club playing some good baseball right in the thick now. The wild card race. Swing and a miss, and that is your ball game. Mariners win it 11-2. They go to 12-3 in rubber games, 11 out of the last 12. They take their 4th game in 6 meetings with the American League defending champion Rays.